Good day and welcome to the Marek Report.
Hey everybody, this is Marek, and this is probably going to be the last video of this election cycle because the election is going to go down in about, I don't know, a little more than a week. So we have about 1 week left of early voting, and honestly, maybe the election has already been decided, but we'll talk about that. And I haven't talked to you in a while, and although I have a lot of great ideas, I did have issues with my Toyota Corolla yesterday, but I'm here with you now, and we're just going to do election stuff. I'm a man of many ideas, but let's just try to figure out what's going to happen together. Dang, it looks like the powers that be are making everyone comfortable with the likelihood that Trump will be president again come January. And you see this in the media, in the mainstream newspapers. Even the New York Times has Trump about even with Kamala with the popular vote. And that, my friends, is a huge deal. A left-leaning poll that says Trump is about even. Bro. So you have that. I mean, look what's happened. Last 4 years, not been great. Economy, immigration, foreign policy. You can check my other videos. I'm not going to ram it down your throat. A lot of people have eyes and ears. So you got tech bros that are coming onto the Trump train and billionaires for various reasons. It's a lot of anti-woke stuff. Some of the billionaires are very pro-Israel. I mean, regardless where you stand on that conflict, people don't think Biden or Kamala have handled it well. So when you get a bunch of tech bros and a bunch of billionaires, that's going to change the playing field. And that's been big. I mean, here's what's happening. The Democrats lack a lot of the huge advantages they had in 2020 that propelled Biden to victory. There are no lockdowns. People are free to leave their homes in 2024. Information is spreading more readily because you can talk to someone face to face. You couldn't do that in 2020 as easily in many places. The social media equation, the landscape has shifted. There are more places for conservative views to be shared. Specifically, Elon Musk bought Twitter. That was a big deal. That was a smart move for this man. You can see Elon Musk's evolution from techno dude, businessman, and you could see him go down the conservative rabbit hole, the MAGA rabbit hole, and his thoughts have developed over time. JD Vance is another such creature that his thoughts developed over time. He was not a MAGA dude. He is now very much a MAGA dude. He is maybe the most eloquent, put together, smart MAGA dude there is. Elon Musk is not that good at presentation as JD Vance, but Elon Musk has billions of dollars. He's a very smart guy. He wants to go to space, but he saw that there are issues here. He's gotten involved in politics. I think that's actually a good thing. So check out my video about JD Vance. It touches on the tech bro stuff. But we have more tech bros. These people may have been just blind 4 years ago. They are not people that will be on the ground with what's going on in politics. The kitchen table issues on a good day, and the crime and street violence and turmoil on a bad day that some of you may have seen. But hey, they're learning. There's other just things that are different in 2024. So the lockdowns, the medical establishment was working a bit on the Democrat side, or actually a lot of trust was lost in the medical establishment. And I think it's been eroded over those 4 years and Biden's vaccine mandates. And just a lot of woke stuff has gone out the window. I'm not even sure why, but like any fashion trend, it came and went. BLM rose up. magnificently quickly, and just as quickly, a year or two, and it's gone. Affirmative action, gone. Supreme Court took it down, but corporations assented. They assented with that. And even the LGBT stuff, I thought that was the be all end all, that homosexuality would be the key to unlock any human shortcoming, the millennial dream. Well, guess what? Millennials are now pushing 40. Millennial women are now, many have gotten married and are thinking a bit differently. So these are the trends. I talked about Biden's foreign policy, Biden's economy, inflation. Probably, if you want to talk about one thing about this election, probably inflation. They did not manage it well. Depending how you look at it, stuff is like 20, 30, 40% more expensive now than it was 4 years ago. Some people have called it a bit, it's like a recession that was never officially a recession because, I mean, depending on your income, your purchasing power has declined very significantly. And it just seems like it's harder to get or do anything, even basic stuff at times. This is not the go Trump economy of 2019. And apparently people like that. If you look at the polls, people like that. Looking at personality, Kamala, she got that media blitz, the luster, the joy, the shiny things came out, but it didn't last long enough, and the celebrities aren't helping as much. Your Obamas and Beyoncés are not moving the needle. We got to see more of her in interviews, and she did not come off as someone that's confident, that has a diversity of experience, that has a command of the situation. She did not come off that well in the last months leading up to the election. They could have tried to put her in right before the election. That might have worked, but then you would have had issues with Biden. Biden is still a president, by the way, in theory, in name. And he can only have been a little sneeze break. The polls are showing really good numbers for Trump, the mainstream polls, the polls that told you that Hillary was winning, that he had no shot against Biden when that was a very close election. And Trump has played his cards pretty dang well. Look what he's done this weekend. He's on the Joe Rogan podcast, a huge podcast that reaches millions of bros that sit on their couch and play video games that probably would vote for Trump if someone forced them. So he's recognizing the power of the podcast and these bro networks. I think Vance went on Tim Dillon's podcast. So good. You're talking about broad reach, middle of the line people, and it's like Rogan and Dillon are basically giving Trump the nod. And good timing, right at the, in the middle of the early voting. And a big rally in New York. I think it's a good move. Make Trump popular in New York and California. The way that information people move around, it can't hurt. And it also will not hurt if Trump wins the Electoral College and the popular vote. That will not hurt at all. That will be very helpful for his agenda. And it will be a rejection of the last 4 years and pretty big rejection of the basic Democrat Party apparatus. So you might see that happen in a little more than a week from now. You may see Trump win the popular vote. So good job for him, on him, I guess, if we were British. And good job with the right wing, the conservatives, for playing it cool, letting the Democrats make the mistakes this time around, keeping the temperature at a nice lukewarm bath, just playing basic zone defense, passing the ball. People just want some stability and, be a little bit compassionate, make a nod here or there to their social issues that are agreeable or at least popular, and promise the return to some of the successes that you saw 2017, 2018, 2019, which I think a lot of people are nostalgic about. A lot of people I see, including leftists, are kind of saying, hey, what's been going on the last 3 years? I have a video about Zoomers, the Zoomer generation. They may break for Trump, at least the men might, maybe the women, in some interesting ways. Looking forward, the next 4 years, you could see a better economic situation, better supply chain situation, more peace in the world. People feel a bit more safe traveling. Maybe Trump can work out some deals. We can see the world kind of open up again in a new way with a different kind of American leadership. We thought China was going to take over, and they've been stymied. Lockdowns and social issues. So America can still be number one. And Trump could be the leader to do that. It'll be interesting. And Vance is not the worst Caesar Augustus. I had a lot of doubts, but he's a great, excellent student of Trump. I think Trump has been, like I said, fairly chill, sticking to the message. And that's about that. So this was supposed to be a 5-minute video, but you can feel the excitement. You can feel the mild sense of anxiety if you're on the subway in New York. Maybe you've had some more encounters with deranged homeless people than usual. But that's election season in America. And it's a lot better this year than it was 4 years ago, or even 8 years ago. People, I think, are exhausted of the vitriol, and we're coming to terms with one another, which honestly is a very, very positive thing. The most positive thing that I could think of to come out of this election is this might be the election where people let bygones be bygones, or at the very least, there isn't that mutual hatred. People are over it. People are exhausted by hatred, and also the other issues we talked about, economic issues, become more pressing when you're experiencing them. Hating a political party is definitely a luxury to some people. I could go on and on. Maybe I'll do another roundup. I'm not that interested in the campaign. I am not super impressed by what the Republicans do. It's like, I'm sure it's like a business model. I just don't like dealing with them. But I did vote. The interesting to me will be let's see the numbers, the statistics, who voted, how did they vote. There's going to be big shifts. So hold on to your overalls, put a piece of straw in your mouth. It's going to be a rootin' tootin' hayride down a haunted apple orchard. That was a fall reference. Thank you. Have a good one.